The Yorkshire Ripper is one of the most infamous serial killers in British history, a man whose reign of terror in the late 1970s left northern England gripped with fear. His real name was Peter Sutcliffe, and for 5 long years, he eluded capture while committing a series of brutal murders that shocked the nation. Stay with us as we delve into the chilling details of Sutcliffe's crimes and the investigation that finally brought him to justice. Peter Sutcliffe's killing spree began on July 5, 1975, with the murder of 28-year-old Wilma McCann in Leeds. Wilma was a mother of 4, and her body was found on a playing field. She had been struck twice with a hammer and then stabbed multiple times. This brutal crime was just the beginning. Over the next 5 years, Sutcliffe would murder 13 women and attack several others, leaving behind a trail of horror. Sutcliffe primarily targeted women, many of whom were sex workers, which led the media and police to initially believe that the killer had a vendetta against this particular group. However, as his killings continued, it became clear that no woman was safe. His victims ranged in age from their teens to their late 40s, and they came from various backgrounds. Each of them met a violent end, often involving a hammer, a weapon Sutcliffe seemed to favor. The investigation into the Yorkshire Ripper murders was one of the largest and most complex in British history. The police were under intense pressure to catch the killer, but Sutcliffe managed to evade capture for years. One of the biggest challenges faced by the investigation was the sheer volume of tips and leads. Over 200,000 were followed up during the manhunt. Unfortunately, the investigation was hampered by several key mistakes, including the infamous Wareside Jack hoax, where a man sent letters and an audio tape claiming to be the Ripper. The police took the hoax seriously, wasting valuable time and resources. The police also interviewed Sutcliffe multiple times during their investigation, but each time, he was released due to a lack of concrete evidence linking him to the crimes. Sutcliffe was a married man, a truck driver, and by all appearances, a normal member of society. His ability to blend in and his seemingly unremarkable life helped him stay under the radar for so long. However, Sutcliffe's reign of terror came to an end on January 2, 1981. He was arrested by chance when police stopped him in Sheffield for having false license plates on his car. During the routine stop, they discovered that he was with a woman who they suspected was a potential victim. Sutcliffe was taken in for questioning, and after 2 days of intense interrogation, he confessed to being the Yorkshire Ripper. He admitted to the murders and described his horrific methods in chilling detail. Sutcliffe's trial began in May 1981, and it was one of the most high-profile cases in British legal history. He pleaded not guilty to murder on the grounds of diminished responsibility, claiming that he was on a mission from God to kill prostitutes. However, the jury rejected his defense, and Sutcliffe was found guilty of 13 counts of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder. He was sentenced to 20 life terms in prison, effectively ensuring that he would spend the rest of his life behind bars. Peter Sutcliffe spent nearly 4 decades in prison before his death in November 2020. He died from complications related to COVID-19 while serving his sentence at Franklin Prison. His death brought some closure to the victims' families and the public, but the horror of his crimes will never be forgotten. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss our next videos.